Okay, so I probably should have got this video a little earlier with the bowl season starting this Saturday. But if you follow my channel, you know that every year I try to put together a group on ESPN.com of the Bowl Mania stuff. It's confidence picks. So if you haven't done it before, all it is, and we'll have a link to the information below this video with the password, which is head, the number 2, head 2 head. There's a little jab there at Baylor and TCU. But if you join that group, it's a confidence pick. And if you haven't, most people have done this if you've done this before. But if not, what it is you don't just pick the games that you think you win. Once you pick the games, you rank them based on how confident you are and who's going to win that bowl game. So if you're very confident in a game, you will rank that higher and put more points on the line. Whereas the games where you're not quite sure, you'll rank them lower. And so it's kind of a fun deal. It's not who picks the most games right, it's whoever gets the most confidence points. So this is always fun. No real prize on the line, just pretty much if whoever wins, I usually give them a shout out after the bowl season's up, like on YouTube. If you've got a channel, I'll link your channel below. And of course, and I know with the Cowboys, Cowboys beat the Eagles. We were doing a show that night here in Tyler. I was wanting to post that on the website, but our video thing messed up. Pretty much just really, really proud of the Dallas Cowboys. Had to have that one. Des Bryant needs to get his money. Cowboys still aren't out of the woods. Got to win the next 2 ball games. More than likely to win the NFC East. Let's talk a little bit, though, about the Texas Longhorns. We get to draw Arkansas. And this was the team I did not want to play. When I saw them get bowl eligible, I was like, oh, no. They're going to. We all knew that they were going to. It was a good way for them to bypass us playing A&M, the SEC that is, and play a very resurgent Arkansas team. And if our performance against TCU is any indication, this could get ugly. I have, right now, Tyrone Swoops has got to get back on my good side, and I think all Longhorns fans, because the last few games he has shown us nothing, really, that he's really improved that much. And the TCU game was just awful. Look, TCU's a better football team, and they were going to win that game probably regardless. But to play that pitiful and put your defense in such a hole made it look a lot worse than I thought it probably should have been. But they dominated, and that's what happened. Now you're playing. Here's what happens here. Texas right now, I think, is one of the teams, along with Texas A&M, I think as well, just want the season over with. You know, we've kind of seen what we've got. We'll move on to next year, and we'll see if we can grow from this or whatever. The Razorbacks are a whole different deal right now. The Razorbacks, everyone knew coming this season they're going to get somebody. Very talented young football team who has bought into Brett Bielema's system. All these guys are coming back next year. They know they are going to be good next season. And so now at the end of the year, when they made that run at the end of the season to get bowl eligible, to knock off Auburn, and to do things like that, they're going to be motivated to beat Texas. I mean, in Arkansas, if you're not from this area, you don't know. Texas, overall, this is not trying to be arrogant Texas fan, but Longhorns fans don't have a lot of animosity towards Razorbacks fans. It's not a huge deal. If you go to Arkansas, and I've been there, Arkansas fans hate Texas. There is a passionate hatred for the University of Texas up in Arkansas. So you give them a chance to come down to Houston and whoop up on Texas, it might just happen. So I hope my boys can step up. I hope the defense can stay strong against that running attack. Though they've thrown the ball better in the last couple games too, Arkansas has. And hopefully our offensive line can open up some running lanes for us. Because if we have to rely on Tyrone Swoop's arm, unless he gets better over these bowl game practices, it's going to be rough for us. So that's my thoughts on the game against Arkansas. The Longhorns got to show me. They got to show me they want this one. Because you got a tough draw. For a low-end bowl game, you probably got the toughest draw you could get. A lot of good bowl games this season, though, overall. Should be a fun little run. Playoffs, of course. It's probably going to end up being Oregon versus Bama, and I think Bama's probably going to take it. I don't want it to happen. I don't want Bama to win it all. But right now, it's hard to pick against those guys. So, like I said, link below. Should be fun. It's always fun to look at. I always like the bowl games. I'm one of those guys who, if I get a chance, will watch every bowl game I can. I'll watch, UL Lafayette versus Nevada or whatever. I don't care. Bowling Green versus South Alabama. But this next, you have a little more on the line. There's no money on the line in this one. There's money leagues and stuff, not this one. But should be fun, make it more interesting, and then we'll see who comes out top in the end. So See you guys later, and hook 'em horns. And hey, how about them Cowboys though? They're doing pretty good too.